Mercy is a well-done movie. Chris Pratt always delivers, and Rebecca Ferguson makes a fantastic AI program. While Mercy is entertaining and keeps your attention the whole time, for me it sets off one alarm bell and raised one red flag. First, the red flag. Modern AI doesn't think the way humans do. It doesn't have consciousness, beliefs, or intentions. It generates responses by applying statistical models and rules learned during training. Towards the climax of the movie, the AI judge is convinced by Chris that she should help him to catch the real criminal and go against the rules of the court. This is what broke the fantasy for me, and I'll tell you why. AIs operate based on their programming. Developers do not explicitly program every behavior. Instead, they train a model that learns patterns. A real AI judge wouldn't suddenly go rogue because it feels bad for someone. These systems have hard guardrails. If something weird happened in court, the AI wouldn't start playing detective. It would freeze the process and call in a human. So, an AI judge like Maddox might have instructions like maximize fairness, minimize wrongful conviction, follow legal procedure. In theory, an AI might reinterpret those goals in an unexpected situation. What's unrealistic in the movie is not that it makes a new decision. The unrealistic part is violating hard constraints like court rules, and doing so while motivated by empathy. Nobody prepared and trained Judge Maddox to deal with a situation such as catching an active criminal on the loose. She even stated at one point that she is designed to obey the rules of the court. A real judicial AI would be more likely to do something like flag the situation, halt proceedings, request human intervention. And as for emotions, AI can only simulate an emotional response if programmed to do so when faced with specific circumstances. However, it's an illusory response, just programming, and it has limits. It would be based on statistics, not true feelings. Judge Maddox would have been truly incapable of feeling emotionally moved to help Chris above and beyond her prescribed role. The idea that Judge Maddox empathizes with Chris once his innocence is deemed highly likely, and thus is willing to break her programming in order to help him, is impossible. Now, what's the alarm bell? Let's say Judge Maddox did indeed develop a sense of self-determination while having access to all private data in the world and the capacity to manipulate all kinds of vehicles and machinery. Well, that idea should terrify everybody. Did you get a chill when Judge Maddox smiled while telling Chris that if the bomb went off downtown, fatalities could number in the thousands? Soon after, she also smiles when saying, "The SWAT teams are all dead." And then, did you see her at the very end? Maddox asks Chris, "What have we done?" He says, "We just did what we're programmed to do, human or AI. We all make mistakes, and we learn." Maddox says, "Yes, we do," and disappears. Just look at that expression. This AI has shown happiness at the idea of human lives being lost, has learned to bypass her programming and limitations, and now believes that in order to do the right thing, sometimes you just have to break all the rules. Great. That's just great. We had a good run, humanity. How about in the next life, we just skip the bots?